Hi, this is Caflano Classic, the world's first all-in-one portable pour-over coffee maker. If you hold it, it weighs only 470 grams, which means less than a pound weight. First, if you open up the cap, you will find the grinder with fold-away hand mill, and you will see the imprinted scales showing 10, 15, 20, 25 grams. And you can grind up to 30 grams at a time. And normally, hand mill grinder, whenever you are adjusting the grind size, you have to disassemble everything. But in Caflano Classic, you can simply loosen up the cap, which we call it locker, simply lift up the handle and rotate the adjusting wheel to adjust the grind size. It's simple and easy. Now, after setup as per your own taste, simply lock it up. You put the beans, whole beans. Now, you put the beans in. Simple and easy. Now I put about 20 grams and simply start grinding. For some people who are not used to grinding the hand mill with the hand mill, they can simply assemble it with a cap. We have just lowered down the center of gravity, which makes it really easy, much more easier to grind. So Caflano Classic, with Caflano Classic you can use Caflano Classic grinder as a separate grinder. You can grind in the air. You can grind between the legs, holding it between the legs, and so on and so forth. Normally other grinders, they have a cover to keep the beans from bouncing out. But Caflano Classic grinder, we have an open structure because the best time to feel coffee aroma is while grinding, not while brewing. Now, let's go back to the original position. Which is on top of tumbler. So after the grinding is done, simply unscrew the grinder, take out, and you will find the ground beans. This is a dripper and filter in one set. This filter is etched stainless filter, which use the etching technology which is normally used in the semiconductor industry. Now this is firm and strong, it's pretty much permanent to use. So with the ground beans, now it's time to brew. Normally at home, office, school, or wherever, you have good access to hot water pretty much everywhere. But when you're in outdoor, you can simply use one of those thermal flasks with you. Now, you put hot water on the cap. Now it's time for brew. When you pour over with a regular cup, as you can see, it's going to make everything messy because the water will simply flow down the side. That's why we have specially designed a spout, little spout that works as a gooseneck on the drip kettle. Caflano Classic is all pre-measured. That's why you don't need any additional measuring cup or scales. Now, if you unscrew cap, take it out. The drip kettle, if you pour the water just to the below of the spout hole, it holds up to 270 ml. Below of the bottom of the dripper, it holds up to 250 ml. Water will be absorbed by the ground beans and The brewed coffee will not touch the ground of the bottom of the dripper, so there is no over extraction. Now, simply pour it out on the dripper and you wait for 30 to 40 seconds for blooming. Now, you stop brewing. Normally, you have to finish brewing within 3 to 4 minutes time. You gently pour it over on the ground beans, but the thing is, whenever you have shaky hands, again make everything messy, or if you're outdoor, simply put the cap, disattach it, and put it on top of the cap. That way, you can keep the temperature and drip the water more safely. But the thing is, sometimes if you pour the hot water and try to put lid on top of it, sometimes the water will not come out easily because it's gonna suck up the air and it's gonna vacuums the air, so the water will not flow easily. That time, simply take out the lid and put it back on and start again. That's gonna make all water come out easily again. Now, drip is almost done. Whenever the drip is done, simply take out the dripper, put it on the cap, and there you have coffee to enjoy it. And the lid works as tumbler lid to keep the temperature as well. Now, to prepare 2 cups of coffee, you put 25 grams to 30 grams. Grinding. First, with 270 ml of water, you just make one portion of coffee like you have been. As I said, with 270 ml, with 15 to 20 grams of water, you can make up to about 250 ml of coffee. The whole capacity of tumbler is 450 ml. So if you how to prepare full 450 milliliters of coffee, you don't brew it on top of the 30 grams of the dripper. Instead, after preparing about 250 ml, within 3 to 4 minutes of brewing time, you simply add more water. Don't try to make bubbles. Just add some more water. That is made of about 30 grams of coffee bean. Then you can make 450 milliliters of the perfect cup of specialty coffee of your own. By using the lid and the air vent of the dripper, you simply put it together like this. Then you can make up to 350 ml of coffee. After enjoying specialty coffee of your own with Cafalano Classic, now it's time to clean. All Cafalano Classic components is washable, so you can use any running water. But when you're outdoor, when you have a limited water resource, still it is a problem to clean the remaining. The thing is that you can clean everything in 5 seconds. Now, first, remaining coffees, simply take it out, but still won't get dirty. Now you just need 1 cup of water. Pour it over. You just need a single cup. And gently stir it over and pour it out. Now you can prepare another cup. Thank you. Okay, that's it. Caflano Classic is the best item for the roasters or the cafes and stuff, because normally the roasters, they roast the beans and they are normally selling to the customers, where customers simply take the beans and brew the coffee at home or office only. But with Caflano Classic, they can drink their coffee anytime, anywhere. So normally for the cafes, they have these roasted beans. This is a set one of my friend's cafe is selling as a package. And there's another set from Italy. They're selling the 2 cans of whole beans together with the Caflano Classic. We've been developing Caflano Classic for over 2 years, and we started to mass produce from February 2015. And from April onwards, we've been exporting to overseas. Within less than 7 months now, we are exporting to over 54 countries globally. Now, during the years, we have received 4 awards so far. The first one is the Best New Product Awards from SCAE Gothenburg World of Coffee, followed by Autumn Fair, the Most Innovative Product Awards, then Smart Label from Post Milan. And recently we have received awards, the most innovative product awards from New York Coffee Festival. So far, 4 different awards from international organizations. There are 5 sectors where Caflano Classic can pursue. Coffee industry, which includes cafes, roasters, and for the subscription services, you can use Caflano Classic. And second, outdoor. And the third, kitchenware. And fourth, gift market. And fifth, hotel chains. Hotel chains normally have these outdated coffee machines, or some of the hotels, they introduced a cafecino or those kind of new capsule coffee machine. But as you know, capsule coffee machine is totally anti-eco-friendly product. So you can also introduce Caflano Classic to the hotel chains, put Caflano Classic in the hotel room, and maybe use small paper, 15 to 20 gram coffee beans, and put it inside the room as a minibar item. You can sell coffee beans, and from the hotel's perspective, user can experience Caflano Classic, and they can purchase Caflano Classic from the hotel. The thing is, all the hotels, they have the TV where they can play how to use Kaflano Classic on their main menu. Then people with those residents would understand how to use Kaflano Classic by looking at hotels' video clips.